8 of the clock.
Ooh.
And that means that it's once again time for the Mop and Bucket Company in 2x2x2. There's Kat Coppett. I'm Michael Burns. We are delighted to see each and every one of you, all of our thousands of friends. How are you this evening, Kat?
I'm peachy keen. How are you, Michael Burns?
Excellent. Thank you very much. I've had a nice kind of quiet, slow February day. Nothing really exciting going on, and that's kind of the way I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you, of course, were busy. You were busy all day long.
I was an Energizer bunny all day long.
Yep. Yep. That kind of describes us, folks. Kat's busy, 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 and I just say, yeah, well, whatever. I'll fill the break here.
We spent some time together.
That's true.
Should we tell them what we did?
Would you care to share?
Doesn't my hair look beautiful and non-skunk-like?
Mm-hmm.
Did Michael dye your hair?
Yes, Michael Burns dyed my hair today. With his paintbrush. He used his artistic talents on my head.
Oh, no.
Hey, let's bring on the rest of the gang.
Yeah.
What do you say? There's Maria Ayub, Jen Lavenhar, and Mr. Walt Buticki. Boy, it's good to see you folks. How is everybody? Yeah.
Well, you have a green background on your green screen, don't you?
I do.
Oh, that's meta.
I
We'd love to hear from folks. We're trying this new thing with just solid colored backgrounds for a show. Want to see what you think of that? I happen to think it's mighty darn pretty, but that's just me. Who knows? Other people may not like it. But we're not here to talk about the backgrounds, are we, kids?
Oh.
We're not, except for the backgrounds of the characters.
Oh, see what you did there?
Stories.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing you want me to pick some tiles.
Yes.
Our 2x2 stories going.
Kat Coppett is our number meister, and she is going to now pick 2 tiles, which will represent the numbers of the first 2 actors. Number 2.
That's me.
Yay.
And
That's me.
1.
number
And
1.
you guys can let it breathe because we have a smaller cast, so we can have scenes as long as we want. Let's get out of their way, Kat.
Want a suggestion? Me.
Would you like a suggestion?
Yes, please. Are there suggestions in our chat?
There is a suggestion in our chat, and it is superb owl.
So tell me about this new superhero character for the franchise you've come up with.
Okay. So they call her the Superb Owl.
Superb Owl.
Yes. Which I realize is a little, it's a little different from the other superheroes. I mean, a lot of people don't think of an owl as a particularly powerful bird, except of course they would be extremely wrong because everybody knows that an owl has extremely powerful talons, beak, a powerful wingspan, and it's very protective of its young.
Those are all great qualities for a superhero. What you lack, though, is alliteration.
Oh.
Superb owl.
Oh. Oh, you need an O. You need an O.
Obstinate owl. The most stubborn owl that ever lived. Like that would be.
Okay, owls aren't obstinate. They're not obstinate at all. They're very flexible and adaptable, as a matter of fact.
Well, I guess you're not an owl then, because you're being very stubborn about this. Aren't you, Janet?
Okay, well, no, I'm not an owl, Carl. And I think that we can come up with a better O word for an owl other than obstinate, and I think we should leave our personal life out of this, don't you?
I told other people that you and I would be cool to work together after the breakup. Don't make a liar out of me.
I'm cool. I'm totally cool. I just think that obstinate makes no sense for an owl, especially not this particular owl.
Why don't we call it death by 1,000 little pecks owl. How's that?
Okay. That is neither alliterative nor nice. All right? Because I know what you're referring to. Did you even read my pitch?
I did read it.
Okay, so then what are the qualities of this owl that would begin with O? She's not obstinate.
Now you want me to write your character for you. Is that what it is?
You didn't read the pitch, did you?
I read the title of it. You were going to come pitch it to me. You're
Okay.
pitching it to me. Why should I do your work?
Okay, why don't you just admit that you didn't read it, and so you don't know.
I didn't read it.
Okay.
I didn't read it.
Fine.
I
know?
thought,
You thought
honestly, I thought when you said let's get together for lunch, I'd like to pitch an idea. I didn't think you really were going to pitch an idea. I thought we were going to have lunch and talk about things. So I'm a little off base.
you wanted to talk about things?
You don't have to. You don't have to. You can be quiet and stealthy about the topic, like owls, because they're quiet.
We could. We could talk about things.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
How's your mom?
she's doing okay.
Good. Yeah.
She's doing fine.
Good.
She keeps asking about
I
you.
was just about to ask if she ever asks about
She
me.
does that. And I haven't even told her we broke up yet. I haven't even told her.
Sorry, what?
I didn't tell her that we broke up. She still thinks
Carl.
well, I sent a few of the invitations out early before the whole, so she still thinks she's old. And she got a lot emotionally invested in this.
Carl, you need to tell your mother that we are no longer engaged. Unless.
Hmm?
No, you need to tell your mother.
What?
You
What?
just-
What?
No,
What?
I miss you.
Well, that's a start. I miss you.
I miss you a lot.
Maybe,
And I'm sorry if I was obstinate.
well, I'm sorry that I was putting you kind of on, I was putting you on the defense, which is my way of being defensive, and I'm feeling kind of like vulnerable, because I thought the situation was going to be different for lunch, which is funny because now it is the situation kind of I thought it would be or hoped it would be. So it kind of worked out, but we,
I could really use your help on this owl thing.
yeah,
I mean,
I would love to help you with the owl.
But equal, Carl. Equal.
Well, how could it not be equal already when you've laid the foundation and everything? So it's like there's so much of it's yours already.
I know, but yeah, see, I can hear where you're going with that. Like, I'll do the foundation and you'll do everything else.
I didn't say that.
I know you didn't say
didn't
that.
say
I
that.
never said that you said that, did I?
So what's this? What does this owl want? What does this owl need? Is it an actual owl, or is the person in an owl suit?
Well, it's a girl in an owl suit,
Mm-hmm.
and she calls herself the Superb Owl
Mm-hmm.
because in reality, she doesn't feel very superb most of the time. And she just wants someone out there to think that she's superb. Just one person.
This sounds very personal.
I think it's universal, don't you?
That seems very specific. It seems like
specific
like
in
this
a universal
owl-
way.
no, it's very endearing and it's very sweet. That how you made this owl. This owl wants people to think better of her, And so she tries to do her best and impress everyone.
Yes, exactly.
And
She tries to do good all the time, and she doesn't even need the whole world to recognize it. She just needs one very important person to say, gosh, you're a superb owl.
I know you totally based this character off of my mom. This is so her.
Check.
What?
Can we get the check, please? See.
Yeah.
Yay. All right. I think you're muted, Michael, but I thought that was an awesome owl.
That was an awesome owl?
Yeah, which is kind of alliterative.
More or less.
Yeah.
Her take.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
All right,
Number
Meister.
3.
Number 3.
And number 5.
5. Yay, that's me. I'm so happy.
What happened?
I got it.
You got the job?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I got the job. Yeah.
Wow.
It's not quite the same as I thought it was going to be, but it's great. It's going to be great.
What's different about it?
But, details, a couple details. I mean, it's in marketing. It's what I wanted.
Good.
Yeah. And they talked about my creative spirit in the, they sent me an actual letter, like, envelope, whole thing was really cool. And they said, I'm a creative, like I am a creative.
That's so modern.
It's just so cool. It's like,
Yeah.
like this letter with, like the really thick, that old fashioned thick kind of cream colored, letterhead,
Yeah.
signed. You could tell it was signed with a fountain pen. It was very, very impressive
Wow.
way to end. I've got to go in so we had a phone call about, a few of the specifics. I mean, not everything is set, but I mean, I've got it. So your couch is going to get, it's going to be barren wasteland really, really soon.
Well, I always tell people I've got this talented big brother and he's going to make it one day.
Well, this may
So
be,
that's-
this is,
Really, I'm proud of you.
yeah, it's, thank you.
Of course. Did they talk about benefits? You're going to have benefits, right?
It's a funny compensation package. Are you familiar with the concept of piecework?
Yes. Like, you mean like in a factory? Like you get paid for how much each?
Yeah,
item?
so there are jobs, like that's a good example. Obviously, this is marketing. This is not factory work.
Right. So how does that
You know,
work?
this is marketing, which is what I wanted, as you'll recall, because I'm a creative.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So, but in a factory, you might, rather than an hourly wage, they might pay you like by the number of, trays of whatever product it is that come
Sure.
your operation on the line.
Yeah.
That's common actually in a lot of parts of the world, Southeast Asia.
And how does that work in marketing, Danny?
Well, I'll be responsible for a certain amount of output,
Okay.
and I'll be paid by the ream.
The ream.
Yeah.
There's something I'm not understanding here. Are you
I'm
gonna
gonna
be handing out flyers?
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
wearing a costume,
Okay.
a big milk carton. It's very
Yeah.
detailed. I mean, it even has a missing child, which I told them I thought was actually, from a marketing perspective, not maybe the most positive thing, but they were insistent.
Well, that's good. You showed them that you can add value right away. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, it's kind of a prove yourself kind of situation, I think.
Yeah. And so, how long do you think it'll be before you can get your own place?
I'm so depressed.
Oh, Danny, Danny,
It's it just everything seems so hopeless. I'm gonna be looking at the world through like this net, you know, in the L, like part of the L is this net, MILK.
Yeah, yeah. But think about it this way. Like, there are some people who have incredibly impactful roles.
And my
in the world.
arms, I've got to hand these things out, but I can barely like take them, like, because the holes, right?
You'll get used to it. You'll get used to
will.
it.
I will. What were you saying?
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Danny, think about Mr. Met. Remember when we saw Mr. Met?
Yeah, that was a highlight of my 4th grade year.
Exactly. You're in the big leagues. You're like Mr. Met. You're Mr. Milk. You know how much that guy means to people?
Mr. Milk.
Well, Mr. Met, but
Mr. Matt,
be
I
a role
know.
model.
I know Mr. Matt. I know everybody knows Mr. Matt. That's something. Okay, Mr. Milk, though. I mean, have you like gone out of your way to? Oh, look, Mr. Milk.
I will now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Danny, you can't give up.
Oh, I'm not giving up. No, and I will get out of here. I know what a pain in the butt I've been, and
No,
you've been awesome. My God, what you've put up. When that night I walked in on the two of you, that was only that was just the icing on the cake. I mean, you've been incredible. So I will be getting out of here as soon as. It's not a lot of pay at first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is there any room for growth within the company?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's the worst. It's the worst. It's just, I mean, I don't even know if I can put it on my resume. I'm going to have to keep looking for work, and I'm going to have to be Mr. Milk. How can I put Mr. Milk?
No, you can. It's just like you told me. It's a marketing role. It's paid on commission, right? There's nothing wrong with that.
Sorta.
Yeah, that's fine. Resumes. You're a creative. You could be creative with your resume.
Yeah. Right. I can.
Right.
I was thinking maybe
based marketing professional.
Jerry's got, I'm blanking on what you call them, those little cams,
A GoPro?
Yeah. I was thinking maybe, get a GoPro involved, like the Mr. Milk's eye view of the world. Maybe that go viral. There might be a thing there.
Yes. You could. I just had a great idea.
What?
Uncle Carl?
Yeah.
You should pitch that to him. Wouldn't that be an incredible series? Life as told by Mr. Milk.
Uncle Carl thinks I'm a failure. I heard Uncle Carl tell Mom that I'm a failure.
It's a big shot in Hollywood. It's fine. Whatever. He's just a guy. Maybe he can help you.
Yeah. I'll pitch that to Uncle Carl. Do you realize what?
I'll help you.
What happened to me?
The arts, it's difficult.
No, really. Stop being so damn nice. What happened to me?
Danny, I I just think you get in your own way. You know, you get so excited about these new ideas, but then you don't look further than that initial excitement, you know? And then these things happen. Like you find out that you're getting paid per flyer.
It's probably what I deserve, huh?
No.
Probably
No.
getting paid per flyer, just saying, okay, good. There's bus fare. Huh?
I think this is, you're doing it again. Right? Like everything becomes like just this, oh, it's like this self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm a failure. I'm, you know, this and that. Like, just, you could just make a plan. Make a plan and stick to it.
So what you do?
Yeah.
I could never do what you do, though. I mean, you make a raised ranch seem like something exciting.
It is exciting to me. I have a whole spreadsheet about the improvements we're going to make around here. And
As soon as you get your brother off the couch, you get to.
I mean, yeah, that's part of the plan.
Getting me off Jenny's couch, check. Put
Well,
Danny in the
just-
milk crate and get him the hell off Jenny's couch.
I mean, it's just, I really wanted to knock down that wall, but I don't, then the couch,
No, I don't want to. I understand. I'm not bargaining for more time on your couch, Jen. That's not my.
we could finish the basement.
There you go. You know what? You are amazing at business. You're amazing in so many ways. You're so supportive, but you right this minute, you are about to allow my pathos to like invade your reality, and you're going to like change all your plans to try to make me feel better. And what the hell do you get out of that? I mean, you shouldn't do that. You have the right to a house the way you want your house to be. This house should be the way you want it to be. With me not in it. Out there in the milk carton.
Look, Danny, there's always room in my refrigerator for
For
another-
Jello. Sorry.
I was trying to say something meaningful.
I'm sorry. There you
I
go.
was going to say, there's always room in my refrigerator for another carton of milk. You're Mr. Milk.
That was a sweet thing to say. That was a sweet thing to say. And I have to tell you that if I were the brother that I want to be, that you deserve, if I were the brother that you deserve, I would tell you right now. I would tell you right now that I am going to embrace the opportunity of being Mr. Milk, and I'm going to be the best damn Mr. Milk that Carolee Dairy. I was talking to the guy on the phone. I almost said Carolee Dairy. I didn't though. But
Oh, Danny.
I'm going to get out there and be Mr. Milk.
Yeah. Mr. Milk.
There's no shame in being Mr. Milk. A lot of people have done things.
Yeah. Lots of people have done things. I don't know though. I think I'm going to call Uncle Carl. I'm going to tell him.
Don't you
the
dare.
idea.
Do not dare call that old bastard. He knows me. He thinks I'm a failure. I am not going to be beholden to him and his frickin' LA whatever.
Okay.
I mean, you could tell him that I told you not to call him.
Okay,
You
Yeah.
could tell him that I am absolutely not interested in
sure.
any sort of charity job from Uncle Carl, that I am my
Yeah.
own man.
I'll
And that,
tell him that.
as sucky as it is, I am embracing Mr. Milkdom with
That's right.
all the energy that a success
Yes.
has.
Yes. That's right. I'm going to tell him that.
I'm going to need a little cash.
Yeah.
I have to put a deposit on the. Okay. Thank you, Maria.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be nice if in real life, in those situations,
Yeah, you're like, nope, not going to give you any money.
Every now and then we do, don't we?
yeah, we
I know
do
what it's
actually.
like at your house, Maria.
I gotta go.
Every
Once in
now
a
and then we're
while.
just like, and scene. Yep.
Well, let's see here. I know that one of the numbers, but
Is number 4.
four.
Yours truly.
That's right. And the other?
And the other is
Or is it a solo act? Who knows?
it is not a solo act. It is
No.
number 2.
Number 2 and number 4. The number Maven has spoken.
Would you like a suggestion, Walt? I will read a number of suggestions and you choose your favorite. The Statue of Liberty on top of a Ferris wheel, a magnifying glass.
I like the Statue of Liberty.
All right.
Welcome to the League of Evil Dairy-Based Evildoers. I am Milk Manotaur. I assume you're here to apply for the henchperson job?
Yes, that's right. It's an honor to be in your presence, Mr. Evil Minotaur. I'm
Milk Manotaur.
Manotaur.
Hey, Milkman, Manotaur. I'm sort of male. I have an udder. I'm non-binary. I'm Milk Manotaur. It's all
Yeah.
right.
Yes, no, I've read up on you, sir. I'm sorry I mispronounced your name, sir.
What are your powers and how will it help us steal the Statue of Liberty?
Well, as a sidekick, I don't have major powers of my own, but I do have hands of steel so that I can milk you quickly in an emergency, and also I should be able to aim your udder where it needs to go if you'd like some assists in that regard.
That would be fantastic, because there is a certain superb owl that's been a thorn in my side, and if we could just blast her with some lactic doom and knock her out of the sky, oh, that would be a delight.
Well, sir, I know that that particular owl has been your nemesis for a long time, and that is why I did have there's something I'd like to show you. In preparation for this job interview, I've been training some mechanical mice.
How was that dairy themed? I thought maybe we could call you something like the Maid of Milking or something, and I'm the Milk Manotaur. The mice, you're losing me a little.
Oh, that was a particular setup, sir, for the owl, that we would release the mechanical mice, and then when she went to feed, she would swallow the homing device, and we could be able to track her because the mechanical mice would be in her stomach, you see, with the homing beacon.
I like your thinking. And then perhaps, I know why she hates me. Oh, in particular, because she's lactose intolerant. I don't just mean medically, I mean philosophically.
Yes, she has a bias against milk creating creatures.
But if we feed the mice cheese, and they like cheese, and she eats the mice, she'll get diarrhea.
I see, it's all coming together. We pack the dairy into the mechanical mouse, and then it will explode inside of her. Oh, Sir Manotaur, this is why you are the brains behind this operation.
You got the job. You kid, you've got the stuff. Listen, I'm gonna take the horns here. These are extensions. Mine are kind of stubby. You don't mind if I just take this? Now listen, enough shop talk. What makes you tick? What sort of villain name would you like? Why are you in villainy? Tell me about yourself. It's so wonderful
Well,
to be kindred.
thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. I have a deep-seated anger and resentment towards humanity.
Oh, that's good. That's great. That's a good foundation.
Because I've always been an attractive young female and with a brain. And if you want to know where on the hierarchy in society attractive young females with brains are, you don't have to look very far to know that we are low ranking. I mean, we are low ranking. If you are capable and smart and an attractive female, people just talk about exploding. It's like you put a mechanical mouse packed with cheese in someone's brain and just like.
Oh, I hear you. I mean, I'm a non-binary, humanoid, bovine hybrid, and even I tend to get, and I have a bit of what's more entitlement than you get, which is not fair. It's not fair.
But sir, ma'am, whatever moniker you would like, I keep calling you sir. Is that all right? Maybe I should be calling
fine.
You Sam. Is it Sam better? Sir?
It's totally. I pretty much will answer to anything as long as you say it. That's the important thing, because people have to be allowed to make mistakes. You can't, scream at people or murder people for trying their best. You scream at people and murder people to get ransom money. That's different. That's business.
Well, and to send a message to all the other idiots.
Well,
isn't that right?
That's a good thing. Again, God, we really need you here in this organization.
I do, sir. I just want to say, building on what you were saying, that I think that the theme here to me is that any qualities which are normally thought of traditionally in stereotypical fashion as going together seem to make people's heads explode. For example, humanoid and bovine, slap them together, all of a sudden people get freaked out. I mean, what's so freaky? Come on, what's so freaky? They know what a cow is. They know what a human is. Why can't you just slap them together? All of a sudden people are confused. What's that about?
I'm totally with you. You're right. You are so insightful. And also, I love your exploding head idea. We should work that into the heist of this when we steal the Statue of Liberty. We should explode its head.
I'm sorry, the what heist?
We're going to commit a dairy-based heist where we steal the Statue of Liberty. And maybe we should explode its head now.
Is that why you wanted us to meet here in the head of the Statue of Liberty at 2 a.m.?
Well, we're kind of casing the joint.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought we were just, snubbing our noses at Liberty. But that's exciting. How are we gonna heist the Statue of Liberty?
Well, I'm thinking we're gonna need a lot of those mice.
I've got 422.
That's not going to be enough. She's a big lady. That's okay.
That's all right. They breed fast.
Okay, good. Well, maybe we'll put them in a little, not little. I have a warehouse. We fill it with cheese. We play some Barry White music. We dim the lights. And we, give them a week or two to double the numbers.
Yeah. Oh, so you think 844 should be enough?
Oh, God, I'm so bad at math. No, that's not going to work.
A month, maybe.
Let's just blow her head up now and call it a victory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Whee.
I say, yup.
You say yup?
I say, yup.
All right.
That's what I say. Okay, Numbermeister.
We've got number 5. Ooh.
That would be me.
And we've got number one. Number one.
I'm coming. Okay.
There's number one. Awesome. Number one. All right. Do you want to get
Want
a
a
suggestion? Just
I'll give you a few you can pick. We've got a magnifying glass, a fishing pole, and the opening line, I need an aspirin.
magnifying glass. Magnifying glass? Yeah.
Sure.
That's a good thing. I got it here somewhere. It's hang on.
Dad, hurry.
No, just hang on. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Honey, it's
Herb Owl is in trouble, Dad. She needs a magnifying glass right away.
why? Okay, wait a minute, sweetheart. Why does the owl need the magnifying glass right away? I'm putting the brakes on this thing.
Okay, because she swooped down and scooped up all those mice. But of course they weren't for her because she's a sacrificing mother and she's fiercely protective of her young. So she brought all those mice back to the tree and fed them to her young, and then all of her babies had diarrhea all over the place. Don't look in my room, okay? And then
Wait a minute. I thought we were playing a little game here, Princess. Are you telling me that you actually have a real creature with real offspring that are diarrheaing in your room?
they're real to me.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, well, here you go. Here's,
Okay.
wait a minute. Are they real to me?
Depends on how good your imagination is, Dad. How good is your imagination, Daddy?
Clarissa, a lot better since you came along, sweetheart. There you go.
Thank you.
There you go. So tell me again, I'm not quite getting it. How does the magnifying glass play into the mama owl got all the mice to feed her babies and I didn't agree with them?
Great. So she got really, really mad because she's fiercely protective of her young. And so she was like, I know this was you, Manotaur. And she was like, nobody messes with my babies. And so she got a magnifying glass and she was going to fly up to the sun and explode him.
Using the magnifying glass to start Precious, a magnifying glass starting fires is a real thing. That's not just make-believe. That's a real thing. And there are a couple of rules. Okay? You do not burn ants. Kids do that, and it's pretty gross.
Dad, I'm not going to burn ants.
Good.
I would never, you
That's
know
awesome.
me.
Good girl. You don't burn paper or things that could actually start a fire.
Not even if it's pretend?
If you're on the sidewalk and you have a little like wisp of dried grass or something like that, that's nowhere near anything else, concrete, no fire, then you can make it smoke and it's a lot of fun. That's great. And you could pretend that was the Minotaur or whatever that thing.
Milk Manotaur. He's really ugly.
That's
He's
so
got
cute.
big, huge horns.
Really? Yeah. Yeah, you could burn Milk Manotaur.
Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead, burn Milk Manotaur up.
'Cause
Go right ahead.
You know what happens after that, Dad? You know
No.
what happens after that?
No.
After Milk Manotaur blows up, and we save the Statue of Liberty, in addition to all the owl babies, then Superb Owl teams up.
What? Hold it. What? Statue of what?
Yes, I forgot to tell you this
You
part.
did. You forgot
Milk
that.
Manotaur was going to blow up the Statue of Liberty with his new hench person, but she was just pretending the whole time. She wasn't really a bad guy the whole time.
Oh, it's sort of a double agent.
Yeah, I think yeah. Is that what that is? Yeah, that's what she was. And so she was just pretending to be his friend, but she's actually the one who told Superb Owl the whole plan and what everything was going to happen.
So she's sort of, legally, if she actually incited this plan, and she's working on the side of the law, that's called entrapment. That's something we shouldn't do.
Okay, but Daddy, it's just pretend.
Okay. All right, sweetie. I'm sorry. Daddy's showing off to himself. Daddy is impressing himself with how clever he's being about this. But you know what? You're having fun, and you should, because that is your job.
Dad,
Yeah.
Dad,
Yeah.
will you show me how to light things on fire with a magnifying glass? Because I only read about it in a book.
Well, okay. It's a nice sunny day, right? Okay. Well, come on. We'll go outside. Here we go. Now, okay, good. Now, look, Sweetums, do you see there's just a little bit of dry grass where Daddy mowed and then it dried up a little bit? Just scoop up a little handful of that. Just a little bit and put it in the middle of the sidewalk where it couldn't get anything else on fire. And by the way, you want to look around. Is it windy?
I don't think so. Is
No,
it?
it's not windy. It's still, which means that you're going to be safe doing this. Okay. So put the little pile of grass.
Could we sort of shape it into a cow kind of thing?
Sure. Good. That's nice.
It's
And then put it.
not
Yeah.
Dad. Look, it's not.
Okay. Don't worry about the cow. Just try to.
Something that looks more like a real cow.
Okay. Why don't we start with the grass and then we can get the real cow.
I have a stuffed
Thing.
animal. I have a stuffed animal up in my room that I could.
Hey, honey.
Please, Daddy, please
Oh.
don't do anything like this ever.
Okay, Lambkin, I've got a Zoom meeting soon, but you hurry up. You get that
Okay.
stuffed animal.
I'll be right back. Okay, I'll be right back.
Don't
Okay, I'll be
get
right
in
back.
touch with the. Can't maybe a couple minutes.
I got it.
Okay, precious. All right. Okay, honey. Good. Now put that right down in the middle of the sidewalk.
Okay.
Now you're gonna hold the magnifying glass between the sun and the stuffed animal. You have it, right?
Right here.
Okay. Yep. Now don't look directly into the sun.
I just looked directly at the sun, Dad.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Because you looked away really, really fast. Just don't do it again. Never stare at the sun. Okay.
Okay.
But now, if you hold that magnifying glass and look at me. Here's the magnifying glass. Here's the bear or stuffed thing, and the sun is up there. And see if you can make a little circle of light with the magnifying glass on the bear. Experiment. This is an experiment, precious. Okay, go ahead.
It's not a bear, Dad.
I'm sorry. What is it?
Are you even listening?
It's a cow. It's a cow. I'm sorry.
This is a cow, but what is the name of the bad guy in this story, Dad?
The men, Milk Manotaur.
Oh, that's right. You know
Daddy
that.
listens.
You were
Daddy listens.
That's exactly right, Dad.
Yeah. Yeah. When my little girl talks, I listen, Sweetums. Okay. All right. So you want to burn it?
Yeah, sure.
You're gonna put a hole in it. This is real.
Can we get ice cream after we do this?
Oh, boy, you are good. Yeah. Let me. Yeah. Sure.
That's the place they have that giant cow that you could sit on.
Cancel the afternoon. Thank you. The giant. Where?
At the ice cream place.
Thank you.
I loved that scene.
Good.
All right. Number 4.
4. Number 4.
And
That's
number
good. And number 3. 3 and 4. Here we go. Hooray.
the round. Do you want a suggestion?
Sure.
We've got an opening line. Why are you staring at me? We've got. Is that good? Let's do
Yeah.
that.
Why are you staring at me?
I am shocked that you would say something like that.
Okay, well, I mean, I'll say it again. I think Milk Manotaur is kind of sexy. Look, he's a villain.
Do you not care about the inside of a person at all?
I mean,
he wanted to blow up Liberty. He poisoned Superb Owl's children. What is sexy about that?
it's not actions. I mean, like, I wouldn't like marry him. You know, I wouldn't hire him to like take care of my kids.
But you want to promote him? You want to make him our latest big hero that we're pouring millions of dollars in and making little kids look up to?
I mean, transformation. Right?
I'm sorry, say that again.
He could transform. It could be a redemption story.
Well,
The rebirth of Milk Manotaur.
and you think he's going to be in on that? You don't think he's going to just continue to be as?
I mean, maybe with the right sidekick, he could be convinced.
Oh, now you I know what you're saying. You're going to be Milk Manotaur's sidekick, and you're going to transform him, and you're going to show him the path to redemption through your pure love.
I mean, it happened. Come on.
Gretchen, you are out of your mind. Have you not been paying attention to the last, I don't know, 400 years of Western civilization? We have not gotten over like the sexy anti-hero who is transformed by the redemption of a good woman's love.
You always have to be so serious about everything.
I just think we have a responsibility. I mean, we in some ways shape culture and human lives more than anybody else when we get to decide what projects to green light. And I just think.
Oh, Janet, I get it. I just want to have some fun.
You just want fun?
Okay, along with, I want social justice, but I just want to like get on the back of someone's motorcycle and like let the wind.
Hey, so are we still talking about work, or you just want to get it on with Manotaur?
I don't know. But when we were doing like those press junkets, like I just kind of felt something with him.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think he felt something for you? I mean, was he like coming on to you?
I mean, like sometimes you just feel like a little spark.
You don't think he'd just be like a notch on his belt, or do you care?
I care.
You'd be okay with just like a one-night fling with the Manotaur?
I mean, he's the Manotaur. He's the man.
I should probably be saying they, right?
Oh, yeah. Whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't feel like completely rational about it,
All right. All right. I'm a little stuck here, right? I'm a little stuck between the professional me and the personal me, Gretch.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I'm stuck. I mean, both halves of me are kind of screaming like, no, you're crazy. Stop, run, don't walk away. But you seem so happy.
Yeah, just like, It's like we go to work every day and we have to be so many things to so many people. Yeah, we have to be all like feminine and attractive and all this stuff, right? Like we got to get dressed up, but not too much, because we got to be buttoned up and we have to be appropriate and we have to be professional.
We have to get
We
everything
can't
right.
really, it's just a lot. Like I just get tired, and I just want to, it's like there's part of me that I just can't express.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, and there's a way that Manotaur sort of pushes back. I mean, like, I was listening to some of the things that he was saying in the cab. And like, I would never, like, I don't even know if I was admitting this to myself, but he was kind of making sense.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Well, like, I mean, I don't know what you were going to say, but like, why does everybody, I mean, it must be hard to just have people like cringe and like sort of, be reviled by you just because you're a hybrid being.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like this is a new time, It's exciting. He's exactly who he is. And it's like he's like wearing something on the outside that we don't even let ourselves know that we have on the inside.
Yeah. I understand that. And I suppose if people were always telling you that there was something wrong with you, that might make you angry.
Yeah. God, it just like makes the Statue of Liberty thing be like such a powerful metaphor. Just like he just wants like liberty. But like everyone's trying to like keep him boxed in,
Yes, I do. I mean, it still doesn't make it right. I still don't trust him.
Right.
I still don't think he should be like poisoning babies or blowing up our national symbols.
Of course. Yeah.
But I guess I would be dishonest if I said I don't understand what you see in them.
Well, I really appreciate that.
I have one more project that I'm allowed to greenlight this quarter.
Yeah.
And if I did, then you would have to spend an awful lot of time with them.
Really? You should do it.
But what if it turns out really badly?
Right. So then we, I don't know, we had a mistake. We'll laugh about it later when we retire. No regrets.
That long. Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. If we live that long.
Who knows? Something else could kill us in the meantime, right?
Exactly.
All right. Well, here goes. Keep me posted. And that, I think, is the end of round 2 and probably the end of our show.
Check it out. 2 for 1 with rainbow sprinkles. Kids, please take them.
Mr. Milk.
Please.
Mr. Milk.
Take many. Take as many as what? Take them all.
I'm scared.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yay!
Yay.
There we are. There we have it.
What a gift Milk Manotaur was today.
Dare I say?
Manotaur,
Never
baby.
forget.
Goodness.
Yes, sirree.
Yes,
Well-
sir, Bob.
I had fun. Did you guys have fun?
Oh, I had fun.
A lot of fun, yeah.
Yeah. And did the 147,352 people on the YouTube audience have fun? We hope so.
One of them must have.
Yes, we do.
I wanted to see the chapter where Milk Manotaur got arrested and pled, it was pretend, Your Honor. You can't charge me. It was pretend.
I'll pretend.
There's some connection to the Twinkie defense
Yeah.
and the milk.
As if there's actually dairy in that. As if.
So this is definitely a show when I want to hear what we learned specifically as individuals.
Mm.
I learned that if there's milk in the pail, you don't go to jail.
Yeah.
I learned that you can just call up your office and say, just cancel the afternoon. I didn't know that.
If you're very high status and very powerful, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I learned that I could actually get worried about burning polyester in the middle of an improvised scene. That I Yep.
I learned that milk gives mice diarrhea. I did not know that.
House milk, definitely. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
How good is your imagination, Daddy?
And I learned that if we wore on the outside what we all have on the inside, we would all be a little bit Manotaur-ish.
That's right. It's really all about the outer shell, isn't it?
Lactose intolerance is still
Tolerance.
I really wanted to make a lactose intolerance joke.
Yeah. I was waiting for a superhero named Lactate to come along, but she did not make an appearance tonight.
It's a show about intolerance of all kinds.
Yeah. Yeah, I think lactose tolerance is the next big social movement.
Lactose tolerance, yeah. We have to all work for lactose tolerance.
And it's just about liberty.
And save the mitochondria. Let's throw that in there just for no particular reason whatsoever.
They're the powerhouse of the cell.
Right. And they're not us. You know that, right?
Read more about it, kids.
The more you know.
There was supposed to be a rainbow when I did that.
I saw the rainbow.
Hey, if you're still watching, let us know what you think of these wild and crazy solid blue and aqua and pink and orange and green backgrounds. And if you're not still watching, well, then heck with you. Hey, it's been a wonderful time here in old Mopco land. And if you want even more wonderful times, go to mopco.org, buy a gift card, help support the theater. When we open back up, you can use it for tickets, or you can use it right now to buy a class for you or somebody you love. We're running classes straight on through, and we will continue doing these free improv shows every weekend for you and your friends as long as it takes. That's our commitment to you. So we love you, and we thank you for joining us. Mwah!